Failed driving test for reaction to hazards. Let's break down this marking sheet and see what happened. So we see here the very first thing is they got a grade 2 for their rules and checks. That usually means they got 3 or more of their signs and questions wrong. Take a look at this really important video above for the most frequently asked road signs. Also check the video in the description for the most frequently asked questions. If you want to pass your driving test, click the link in the description and fill out the form. Next we see they got 3 grade 2s for position turning right. So this always comes up in the test, so this usually means they're not over to the centre line enough, or they're not driving straight up to the turn, or they're cutting the corner or swan necking the turn. Take a look at this really important video to explain how to turn right correctly. Next we see they got a grade 2 for position turning left. This could either be left into a side road or left at a T-junction. Usually people get marked for this more at T-junctions, and it's when they're not hugging around the curb enough and they're too wide entering the new road. So it just usually means that they're too wide. Next we see she got 7 grade 2s for reaction to hazards. Remember, if you get 4 marks for the same thing, that's a fail. So usually people get marked for reaction to hazards for not noticing a speed bump, a pedestrian, and continuing to accelerate at them. But in this case, this girl said that the feedback the tester gave her was that she was going too slow for the speed bumps and using second for every bump. So for 7 of them bumps, well possibly, she wasn't reacting correctly and using third gear. So if you're driving to a bump and you know it looks relatively flat, especially on a 50 road, the bumps will be a lot smoother than in some 30s. If it looks smooth, just touch the brake, off the brake, and roll over the bump. Watch this extremely important video above to explain reaction to hazards. You need to see this one. Next we see they got a grade 2 for progress turning right. This could be turning right into a side road or turning right from a T-junction. And in one instance, the tester felt that she was way too slow and she should have kept the car going. We can also see she got a grade 2 for progress turning left. Same thing, you either turning left into a side road or left at a T-junction. And the tester felt that it was safe to go and it was just way too slow. Next we're into vehicle controls, and we can see she got a lot of marks for the accelerator. She got 6 grade 1s for being in the lower gears, in the wrong gear for what she was doing. Usually it's when people are driving too hard in first or second, and the tester felt she should have been going up the gears a little bit sooner. On 6 occasions it was okay, the tester felt it should have been better, but once she drove way too hard in the wrong gear. And you can see here the way they got a mark for gears as well. I would say they were in first way too long, pressed the gas too hard and left it too long to roll it into second. So that mark will follow that mark. Next we see they got a grade 2 for reversing around the corner, and the mark was for competency. That just means that the tester felt you couldn't do it correctly. So it could have been too slow, too fast, too wide, clip the path. So there's a load of reasons why you can get marked for competency. Take a look at this video above to explain how to reverse around the corner correctly. Also, they got a grade 2 for observation doing the turnabout. This just means that you weren't looking right and left as you were doing the manoeuvre. Or you were looking right and left and there was a car coming and you continue to keep going. When we look right and left, if we're in the middle of the road, when we see a car, we stop. When the car stops, you finish the manoeuvre. So that explains that. Remember, if you want to book lessons, click the link in the description and fill out the form.